Owning a lot of land is a big responsibility, and I think especially the terrestrial part of it, the landscape, the forests, the grasslands, when people drive by the watershed, it generally looks the same to them, I think, over time, and it's not. It does change. I'm Tim Ramirez. I'm the Division Manager for Natural Resources and Lands Management. It takes effort and resources and planning and some thought that goes into the management of the property for all the reasons that we manage it, to protect drinking water quality, to protect the native species that live in those places, the plants and the animals, to minimize our risk from wildfire, which has become obviously a lot more well-known in the last few years. We have about 100 people in full-time positions, and seasonally we add about 20 or 30 more, and they're spread throughout the entire system from the top to the bottom. So at Moccasin, all the way down to San Francisco in 7 different locations. We do 2 primary things. We're the people that manage the land that we own in the Bay Area and the right-of-way. And we also do environmental compliance for operations and maintenance of the entire water system and also the land that we own. So if somebody has to comply with state or federal regulations for work they're doing, our staff help navigate them through that process and then the day-to-day management of the property that we own. And we're organized geographically and also by function. So 2 of the sections are mirrors of each other. It's the footprint over here of the Peninsula watershed and then the right-of-way in San Francisco. And their mirror is the East Bay and the Tuolumne group. And so both groups have watershed keepers, biologists, a forester, a hydrologist. They're the ones who actually are out on the property doing the work every day. The 3rd section is environmental compliance. So they're a little bit firewalled off from everybody else by design, because they're independent, and even if their colleagues in the watersheds are doing work, they still have to navigate the federal and state compliance paths. The other thing I would mention, I think that we do that helps with delivery and drinking water is the education component. I think the more people that know about the watersheds, why we own them, how they're managed, where their water comes from, it always helps. And we want to make sure that the customers in particular know about those things so that they have an understanding, especially when they're paying for all these things, what they're getting for their money.